Nerds, how are you doing, guys? My name is Kata Watts, and on this video, I'll be talking about how to use MT4 and how to set up a free account, how to set up a demo account, and how to place a trade successfully using MT4. So I'm going to share my screen. I am on a mobile device, and I am going to go to MT4. All right, so this is what MT4 looks like on an iPhone. On an Android, it does look a little different, but this is the iPhone version of MT4. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to click on the word new account. You're gonna go to word setting at the bottom right-hand corner. You're gonna click on the word new account. Once you do that, you're gonna go to something that says open a demo account. The broker that we're going to use right now is KOT4. So at the very top, you're going to click on enter company. You're going to type in KOT and it's going to say demo. Once you do that, you're going to put your name, your contact, your email. Below that, you're going to choose your leverage size. Now, leverage is important, guys. Leverage is going to allow you to trade a certain amount of money. The bigger the leverage, the more you can trade. The smaller the leverage, the smaller you can honestly trade. So we like to do something that's in between, because with leverage, your broker is going to allow you to trade a certain amount of money, and you want to be able to trade a certain amount of money that's in between, not too tight, not too large. So usually I recommend anywhere between a 200 to 300 leverage. And then we're going to click on the word register. Once it's registered, you're going to get a login and a password. I recommend you screenshotting this, copying and pasting it, and saving it somewhere, because there are times where you do get logged out of your account. So we're going to click on the word done. And as you can see, the first thing that pops up is you're going to see your quote screen. To the left, you have all the currency pairs. Well, not all of them. Some of them. You have some of the currency pairs to your left. Those numbers that you see to your right are going to be known as your bid and your ask price. And they're going to fluctuate in price. To the left, if you look at the currency pair at the top, it says AUD USD. Underneath it is called the spread. So the spread is going to be the commission that you pay to enter an open trade. Anytime you're placing a trade, you have to play your spread to your broker for them to get commission. All right. Now, say if I want to take away something from the screen or add something to the screen. To the top left-hand corner, there's a pencil. I can literally click on any currency pair that I choose, and I can delete them or add them. So I'm going to just leave these. I'm going to delete them. The top right-hand corner, you can see the trash can. You click on the trash can, click on the pencil again, and now I only have 3 currency pairs that I'm currently looking at. If you want to add a currency pair to your quote section, you're going to click on the plus symbol, and you're going to type it in. So I'm going to type in, for example, XRP USD, and I'm going to click on plus, press cancel. I'm going to click on the arrow button to the top left, and XRP is going to be at the very bottom. Now, if you want to add more, you can click on that plus sign. Say if you were looking for a particular pair and you didn't want to necessarily type it in, you can literally click on any of these categories. So say if I want to go to crypto and I want to find BTC, I can simply scroll down till I find BTC, USD, and add it to my quote screen. So I'm going to go back again. All right, so now let's get to the fun part. So we have something called charts. If you take your eyes all the way to the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see quotes, and right next to it, you're going to see the word charts. When you go to charts, this is how you're going to be able to see your screen. At the very top hand corner, you have time frames. So these are your different time frames. You have your 1 minute to your monthly. So you have 1M, which is 1 minute, M5, 5 minutes, H1, that's 1 hour, D1, that's 1 day, MN, that's 1 month. So right now we're looking at the daily time frame. What does that mean? That means each one of these candlesticks, these are called Japanese candlesticks, are going to represent 1 day. All right. If you keep your eyes all the way at the top, we have different things where you can actually mark up your charts and use different objects. If you want to create something like a ceiling or a floor, you can literally go here to your objects. You can create ceilings and floors with using your tools here. At the top right-hand corner, you have the word trade. So say if we want to place a trade right now on XRP, we can literally click on the word trade. What is the first thing you see? You're going to see something called market execution. Market execution basically means that you want to enter this trade at current price. So whatever price XRP is being traded at, that is the price that we want to press buy or sell. What's going to happen is our broker is going to place us in the trade instantly. Then if you click on market execution, you have different things: limit order, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. Now, when we're trading XRP with Anointed on Sunday, we're usually using market execution or buy limits or sell limits. So depending on the style of trading, you can have any type of execution order, rather than being execution, a limit order, or a stop order. Below that, you have something called your lot size. You can adjust how much you're entering each trade with. So when you're entering a trade, you can choose your lot size. What does that mean? 0.01 means 10 cents. That means for each pip, which is also known as points in percents or percentage in price, each pip is going to be valued at 10 cents. So for each movement in price, it's going to be valued at 10 cents. 0.02 is going to be 20 cents. 0.03 is going to be 30 cents. 0.05, 50 cents. And then we're going to go up to 0.01. This is $1. And then beyond that, 1.00, that's $10, which is a standard lot, which is where the crypto nerds will be trading with XRP. Don't worry about the lot sizes guide, because we do have a lot size sheet that's going to show you what lot size look like. But before you place a trade, you have to, and I mean you have to, adjust your lot size to take the trade. So if I want to take the trade right now, I also do have the option to put a stop loss. So if you're putting your stop loss, this is where you can put your stop loss right here. If you're putting your take profit, that's where you can put your take profit right there. Now, when you click on the word take profit or stop loss, it's going to be an autofill. You do not need to have that autofill. You need to delete that autofill, and you need to type in your stop loss and your take profit manually. Once you do that, you decide if you're going to press buy or you're going to press sell. So that is how you place a trade on XRP or any currency pair with an execution. What does it look like with a limit order? Limit orders are waiting for price to get to a certain area before it's actually triggered. So with limit orders, you actually have to set the price before you place the order. So you have to decide what price point you want to enter the trade. You put your stop loss and your take profit. Same thing with sell limit, and then you place the trade. These are called pending orders. So these trades are not going to be activated until it hits your price point, then the trade will be activated. Sell stops and buy stops are also the same thing. They are also pending orders. So you do have to put in a number as far as price. So you can wait for price to get to that area to place your trade. Once you put those numbers in, you click on the word place, and price will do its own thing, and you just wait. Beautiful. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys, if you look at the chart at the very bottom in the middle, you have the word trade. Now, when you're entering a trade or you're in an open trade, guess what? This right here is going to show you the open trades that you're currently in. So I'm going to actually place a demo trade on XRP, and I'm just going to click on execution, and I'm just click on the word sell. I just entered a trade. I'm click on the word trade. It's going to show me that I'm currently in an XRP trade. I entered at 0.80892. How do I know that? Because under the word XRP to the left, it says 0.80892. That's the price that I entered with. I entered with a 10-cent lot size. Enter with a 10-cent lot size. Now, with that being said, you're automatically going to be in the negatives. Why? Because you have to pay your spread. So right now, this account is negative. Until my spread is filled, my account is going to be negative. And until price goes in the direction that I desire to go to, it's going to be negative. At the very top, you have your balance. So your balance is going to be how much you entered your account with, how much money you used. Your equity is going to be the subtraction or the addition of how much it is in an open trade. So for example, I'm in an open trade right now, and I'm down about 88 cents, 81 cents, that being said. And right now, since I'm down, my equity is going to be down. Now, if I was up 81 cents at the time, my equity will be up. It would have been over $10,000 or so. But since I'm down right now, it's going to minus how much I'm currently down. Your margin, when you enter your trade, your broker is going to ask you to put a deposit down. The margin you do get back. So anytime you're in an open trade, your broker is going to be like, hey, you can place a trade, but we need a down payment for you to place a trade. And once you close out your trade, whether it was in a win or a loss, we're going to give you back your margin. That's what margin is. Then your free margin is how much trades your broker is going to allow you to actually still trade with. So your broker is going to be like, hey, you have a little more space to place some more trades, and you have free margin to enter different position. Free margin also depends on your margin and your leverage as well. So those numbers will be different depending on how much place you can trade, because your leverage is going to dictate how much free margin you actually do have. Your margin level is, you know, guys, honestly, the margin level, I don't pay attention too much to the margin level, if I could be very transparent, but it's a multiplication of numbers times 100, and we can go to that on another time. Now, say if I want to close this trade, I can hold on to it, and I can click on the word close. If I want to modify, I can click on the word modify. What do I mean by modify? That means if I wanted to put a stop loss, or if I want to put take profit, I could modify it here. Also, with my modifications, I could decide basically how much I want to adjust it to. So that's, you know, personal choice. Now, if I hold on to the trade and I click on the word close, I can close this chart right here with a loss of 53 cents. And I just hold on to word close, and it's going to close me out the trade. Then I go to the word history, and it's going to show me a history of all the trades I either won or lost. Then you go to weekly, monthly, custom. It's going to basically show all your trade history throughout your whole trading journey. Okay, so let's go back to quotes so you guys can see it again. Let's go back to charts so you guys can see charts again. Let's go back to trade. Let's go to history. So I hope that helps you with the basic how to use MT4. So you guys can get a little more comfortable using MT4 on an iPhone. I will do an Android version so you guys can see what it looks like placing a trade on an Android. And please watch this video over and over again. If you need help, just repetition is the key. So happy trading. My name is Kato Watts, and I'm excited for all of you guys who are on this journey to 10 figures, guys. So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. And I'll see you guys on the next call.
That was wonderful.
Was that? Okay.
Yes. You didn't make one single error. That was one take, and that you got it.
One take hitter.
One take hitter. Hot. Yeah, I know. I want to. I was trying to be quiet. I was trying to
appreciate it.